Hi, everyone. I had a few technical difficulties with my last live video, so I'm trying again here, and fingers crossed. So this time, I think we'll start with a mantra for Ganesh, who's the remover of all obstacles and is believed to bring good tidings to new beginnings. So for this new video here, we will start with the chant to Ganesh. So if you have a yoga block, you could use that. You could also use a shoebox or a stack of books, but if you don't have any props, no problem. We'll be able to make it work. So come to a comfortable seat. Rub your palms together vigorously. Wake up the energy centers in your hands. Feel that heat and friction. And then settle your thumbs to your heart. Notice the energy you create between your palms. Close your eyes down. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And join in for an Om all together. Inhale. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Also chant the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, which is the mantra to Shiva. Shiva is the destroyer out of the three key figures in yoga. We have the creator, the sustainer, and the destroyer. All are necessary for the balance of life. And through our elevated yogic perspective, we know that even death and destruction are all a necessary part of the creative process in life. Can we stay open? Can we broaden to see the bigger picture and ask what might be born out of this opportunity? Through the messy, painful experience of birth, and this most beautiful process of creation. So can we endure the challenge, the muck, with grace, and stay open to infinite possibility? Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivarinam Urvadakam Nivavanyanam Mrityor Mokshamamritam. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivarinam Urvadakam Nivavanyanam Mrityor Mokshamamritam. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivarinam Urvadakam Nivavanyanam Mrityor Mokshamamritam. May we have courage, even in the face of the powers of death and destruction. Release your hands down to your lap. Resolve to trust your courage, your inner strength, while keeping your heart soft and open throughout all of practice. And pull your eyes open when you're ready. And come forward to hands and knees. We'll take cat-cows here just to open up the spine. Inhales to drop your belly, lift your hips, chest, and gaze. And exhale to arch your back, rounding into cat. Let this movement feel good. Rather than worrying about what it looks like, become incredibly curious about all the things that you can feel. How can you become a more open channel for prana, for vital life force energy? Taking in deeper and deeper breaths with each and every breath. Moving from tailbone to ground. And perhaps adding any other movements that pull to you. Into a neutral spine. Extend your left toes back. Swing your right toes back behind you and come into this modified side plank here. Ground down through the outer edge of your left foot. Reach across your wingspan, pressing the bottom palm down and pressing you away from the floor. Draw your navel to your spine and then reach your top arm up overhead, palm facing down. Anchor through the back foot and extend through the top fingertips. Feel that expansive opening in your side body. Huge breath in. Easy breath out. Just do one more breath in. And exhale, bring that top arm back over the shoulder. Lift your bottom leg parallel to the floor. Flex the toes so they point back toward your face and then reach out, lengthen through the sole of your foot. Keep your wingspan broad. We'll find this shape again later in class, so just feel into that muscle memory here as we have the stability of the bottom knee down. Keep navel drawing to spine. And if you feel steady here, start to bend the left knee, pull your heel back toward your glute, and then reach your hand behind you to grab the outer ankle. Press the hips forward as you kick your leg back behind you. Feel the opening in your chest and shoulders. This is preparing us for our peak posture, Ardha Chandra Chapasana or Sugarcane pose. Stay one more breath. Slowly extend back to our modified half moon and then fold into tabletop. Take one more inhale in cow pose and one exhale in cat. Send the right toes back behind you. Swing the left toes off the edge of your mat and reach the right arm up overhead. Push the floor away from you through your left hand. Extend right fingertips even higher. Draw navel to spine and then seal the outer edge of that back foot down. Reach the top fingertips up overhead. Feel the interconnectedness of the entire body here. Notice how your breath, moving one part, has an effect on the whole. Reach the top arm back in line with your shoulder and then lift your right leg parallel to the floor. Flex your toes, extend through the heel and the sole of the foot, strengthening the outer hip muscles here. But allow your core to support you. Draw your navel in. Make sure you're still breathing slow and deep. Bend your right knee. Reach your heel in toward your glute. Reach your left hand back for your outer ankle. Kick your foot into your hand. Keep pressing the hips forward. Reach your tailbone toward the back of your mat. So your low back stays spacious even as you increase into the back bend. Slowly release. And exhale, come on down to all fours. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Good, walk the hands forward. Come on all the way down to the belly. Once again, we'll find another back bend. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in toward your body. Pull your shoulder blades down the back. And then inhale, start to peel the heart up. Draw navel up and in. Maintain space in the low back by reaching tailbone long and lifting the navel. Exhale, lower back down. Good, you can bring your left hand forward. Rest your forehead down. Bend your right knee. Again, we want to be able to find our foot with our hands. So draw it in close toward the glute. Reach back with your right hand to capture the outer ankle. Spin your hand to the top of the foot. Pull your foot in towards your booty and press your hips down to that nice opening in the front of the quad. And then to start here, but we'll just go right along with the flow. Take one more breath. And exhale, let go. Slide your hand back down to the ankle. You can prop yourself up on the left forearm. Kick your right foot into your hand. Take that half bow pose. You can also straighten the left arm out in front of you. Take a full breath in, opening chest and shoulders. And exhale, gently release down. Lower your right foot. Rest your forehead to your right hand. Then bend your left knee. Bring your heel in toward your glute. Bring your left hand outside to capture the ankle and then slide the hand on top of the foot so elbow point straight up. This is half Vinyasa, frog pose, opening up the quadriceps, the muscles on the front of the thigh. Continue to lengthen the hip flexor, so press your pelvis down into the floor, even as you pull the heel in. Take one more breath. Slide your hand to the ankle, your right arm out in front of you. Kick your foot into your hand. Take half bow. Full breath in. Easy breath out. Take a little higher, equally pulling and kicking. And then slowly lower down. Lower forehead to mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl the toes under. Ignite the core. Push up to high plank. Push back to downward facing dog. And just take any movements you want here to continue opening up the body. So pedal out through your heels. You can bend both knees and work on lengthening your spine, reaching your hips up toward the sky. Pull your navel in toward your spine. We always want that connection to our center. That's where our power lies. The Manipura chakra is really the seat of our strength. And then reach the heels down toward the earth, whether or not they touch. Bring your left foot to this, bend both knees and walk your feet up to meet your knees. Come to your halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Let's do that two more times. Inhale, straighten your legs. Lengthen tailbone to crown. Draw your shoulder blades onto the back. And exhale, keep belly drawn to spine. Lengthen as you fold forward, allowing your pelvis to tilt, reaching your sitting bones up toward the sky. Pause here for a moment. Keep as much bend in the knees as you need. We're going to soften neck and shoulders just by a little easy movement in the head. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, and take a slow rise up to standing. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Find equal weight in the inner and outer edges of your feet. Reach the arms up overhead. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Again, allow your pelvis to tilt on the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And your knees reach up to standing, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale up to center. Switch your grip. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale up to center. Release your arms into a goalpost or a cactus shape. Lift your sternum. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back for a back bend. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Uttanasana, forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees, reach up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Full sun salutation, stringing on the scar, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step back to high push-up. Inhale, from belly to spine. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward over the wrist. Lower halfway. You can always drop the knees down here if you choose. Inhale, press your hands into the mat. Lift your chest, lift your thighs. Upward facing dog. And reach back. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Let go. Bring your knees. Step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Last time, one breath, one movement. Stay in that expansive awareness. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. Inhale, firm muscle to bone. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down halfway. Inhale, come onto the tops of the feet, broaden your collarbones. Exhale, engage the core, lift hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Big exhale. Release stagnant energy out of the body. Step your left foot to the center of your mat. Inhale, right toes high, three-legged dog. Keep your hips square, so we're not opening the hips to get higher, but really strengthen the glute, open the hip flexors here. Exhale, knee to nose, shift your weight forward, open the wrist, dome your upper back, push the mat away from you. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee is high on the right tricep as you can. Again, weight over the wrist. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, twist. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Try to make that transition silent. Drop your back knee down. Float the arms up overhead. And release onto the top of the back foot. From your outer hips in toward midline like a vice. Hug the inner thighs together so you have a lot of structure in the low body rather than just completely sinking your weight into the hips. As the low body softens down toward the earth, lift and lengthen the side body. Energize your fingertips up overhead. Next exhale, release your hands to your hips. So that hugging in of the inner thighs toward one another will help you become more stable here. As we bend the left knee, reach heel in toward the glute. We've been here before. Reach your hand back to capture the ankle. And perhaps spin your hands on top of the foot. Pull your heel in toward the glute. On carpet, which is a little bit softer than the yoga studio usually, but if you needed extra cushion, you could just fold in the side of your mat here. So you're not resting right on the kneecap. But wherever you're at, feel that opening of the front of the quad. If you can't reach your foot, no problem. You're still getting a nice opening in the hip flexors anyway, just by staying here in Vinyasa. Slowly release the back foot. Try not to slingshot. Reach the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, take a back bend. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Lift from the sternum rather than dumping into your lumbar spine in the low back. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, half splits. Straighten your front leg, flex your toes toward your face. So really actively bring these toes toward your face to open up the calf muscles. Inhale to lengthen. Engage your core. So connecting to your power center. And then soften the energy down into your heart as you fold forward. A couple more breaths here. Lengthening the back of your leg. Every inhale creates space. Helps you become more expansive. Giving us that pause between our reaction where perhaps we contract, we close off, and choose our response instead. Bend into the front knee. Place the hands down to frame the front foot. Curl back toes under, lift the back knee, step to plank. Inhale. Shift forward, lower down halfway. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra spine. Exhale, reach back, downward facing dog. Full breath in, lift and lengthen through the sitting bones. Exhale, let your heart melt. Step the right toes to center. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale back. Cross left knee to right elbow. Inhale back. Last time, reach for the ceiling. And exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, arms overhead. And then deepen your stance here. Feel that opening in the hips. Notice any difference from one side to the other. Resolve to soften holding, to soften contractions. Bring your hands down to your hips. Bend the right knee. Bring your heel toward the glute. Reach back with your right hand after the outer ankle. Or spin your hand to the top of the foot. Pull your heel in toward the glute. I'm much tighter on this side, so perhaps you notice the differences in your body from one side to the next. So one more breath. Allow the hip bones to press forward. Slowly release that back foot. Reach arms overhead. Exhale to your back bend. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Lengthen the side waist. Exhale, half split. Shift your hips back. Straighten your front leg. Flex the toes toward your face. So as you can see, I'm rounded here. What would be better is to draw the shoulder blades onto the back, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to soften. Bend into your front knee. Frame your foot with your hands. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Big breath out. Then your knees step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up to standing. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're coming to a balancing series here. Starting with tree pose first. So come onto your right leg. I'll mirror you here. Fix your gaze at one point that's not moving. Start from a strong foundation. Lift and spread your toes and root down equally through the inner and outer edges of your base foot. Bring your hands to your hips and bring the left sole of the foot to rest on your right inseam. You can leave the toes on the floor for the most stability. Still bring most of the weight into your right leg. You can also rest the foot on the calf or the inner thigh. Just don't rest on the knee joint. And then if that foot, or hip rather, is sagging outward, find more integrity, more structure here by hugging the hip in line with the heel. Root down through the standing foot, lift tall through the crown of your head. Now, rather than just He-Man reaching the chest forward, knit the lower ribs in together and feel equal broadness in the front of your chest and the upper back. Press the lifted foot into your inner thigh and breathe very deeply. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Take one more breath. We'll move from here to Utthita Padangusthasana. Bring your hands to your hip. Take your left peace fingers, the first two fingers, to up around the left big toe. And then come back up to standing, shoulders over hips. And you can stay as you are or open the left leg out to the side. We still don't want that standing hip to get sassy. Hug it in line over the heel, draw shoulder blades onto the back. Make sure you're breathing. You can always use that right hand as a counterbalance if you need. It's a little harder on carpet. Embrace the challenge. Take every opportunity to learn and get stronger. And then slowly from here, you can come back to tree pose, or if you don't have any knee injuries, you can try half lotus. If there's any pain or sensitivity in your knee, just come to that starting balancing pose of resting the sole of the foot onto the inner thigh. If you're in lotus, the heel comes in toward the groin and your knee points downward. This is my tighter side, but rather than going out, we want to go down. Then take the left hand behind you to capture the toes for a bind. You can stay here or slowly fold forward and rest right fingertips onto the floor or wrap behind the standing calf for even more challenge. When you trust your own inner strength, go beyond the limitations of the mind and see the bigger picture. How you have exactly what you need in this moment for whatever challenge arises. And you can remain open and go with the flow. Slowly rise back up to standing. Keep as much awareness here in your transitions as the pose itself. And slowly come out with purpose and intention. Give yourself a shake. Let go. Reach the arms overhead. Huge breath in. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We'll try on the other side. Come on to your left toes now. Really spread the toes wide and round down through all four corners of the feet, inner and outer edges. Ball of the foot in your heel. And then find tree pose first. Find somewhere to rest the inner or the right foot on the inner left thigh. Hug the outer hip in. Open the bent knee out to the side. And fix your gaze at one point to help you concentrate. Slow the breath down. Allow your mind to become one-pointed. Release your left hand to your hip, your right peace fingers to capture your big toe. Stand up tall and then open the right leg out to the center. Keep as much bend in the knee as you need here. You can also just hold the knee if you prefer. Feel all those little wobbles and movements, the muscles of your feet getting stronger here to support you. Feel grounded, root through the sole of your foot. But proud and noble, open your heart, extend through the crown of your head. Your breath is with you in any situation. Learn to lean into it. And then slowly take that transition either back to tree pose. If you want to make it more challenging, close your eyes or look up at the ceiling. Or if there's no knee injury, you might give this half lotus a try. Reach your right hand behind you to hook onto the toes in this bind. And then slowly take all the time you need and fold forward here. The head is the very last thing to drop down. Breathe deeply wherever you're at. Slowly rise back up to standing. Take your time. And then come out of it with just as much grace as you entered the pose. Shake it out. Great work, everybody. Reach the arms overhead, fill up with prana. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. We'll take one more flow on each side. Inhale to chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low as you exhale. Peek that you can see your big toes in front of your knees. Inhale to lengthen your spine, draw your navel into midline. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and prayer twist to the right. So hook your left tricep or elbow outside of the right thigh. Try to keep your hips lower than your heart here. And every inhale, lengthen from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Exhale, open up, twisting around your spine, rotate chest to sky. Bring your weight into your right foot. Hover your left toes off the floor in flamingo. Keep outer hips hugging in toward midline for stability. And slower than you think you can, step your left toes to land gently back behind you in a lunge. Say one more inhale in your twist. Lengthen from your back heel through the crown of your head. Exhale, ring out, open up. Inhale, pass through high lunge, reach the fingertips up overhead. Pivot to face the left long edge of your mat and sink the hips down over the left heel, Skandasana. Inhale, warrior two, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Do that one more time. Inhale, Skandasana, bend into the left knee, keep the chest lifted. Exhale, bend the right knee, extend the arms out wide. Feel your powerful strength and courage here. Keep a courageously soft heart, even as you stand in your strength. Slow the breath down. Turn the front palm up. Reach back, reverse triangle. And exhale, bring arms parallel to the floor. Let the pelvis tilt, tilt, tilt as you lengthen hip to armpit on the bottom side. Find Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So what's going to help you lengthen is to really move the bottom hip crease toward the back of your mat and lift the top hip. And we're not worried about touching the floor. If it makes us collapse here, we want both side bodies to remain equally long. The most gentle variation for the neck is to keep your chin in line with your chest. Traditionally, you could look up toward the top fingertips. And if you're having trouble balancing, shift your gaze down to the bottom toes. Root through the outer edge of the back foot as you lengthen your crown of your head forward. And if you choose, you can take a half bind and turn your top palm behind you. Bend at the elbow to reach your hand behind the low back. And maybe you can tuck your fingers into the right hip crease. Squaring your chest toward the side of your mat. Stay one more inhale. Notice what you feel as you exhale. Good, release the hand energetically. Come back up to standing. And then cartwheel your hands down to the front of your mat to low lunge. Back heel lifts. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, shift forward, lower down halfway, Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, reach back. Downward facing dog. One breath in. One breath out. Bend your knees, step or hop, come to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Uttanasana, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. One breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Prayer twist to the left. You can still see my toes in front of my knees. My knees are fairly even with one another. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen the twist. Look down at your toes. Hover the right toes off the floor in flamingo. Outer hips hug in like a vice. Slowly, slowly, slowly. There's no rush. Nowhere to get to. Be in this moment. And then set the back toes down. Inhale, pass through high lunge. And exhale, bend into the right knee. Sink down into Skandasana. Inhale, warrior two. Energetically radiate outward through the fingertips. Come down into Skandasana. Inhale, heart over hips. Exhale, reach back to warrior two. Good, your left heel is in line with your back arch. Hips open to the right as you keep your knee aligned over the middle front toes. Straighten the front leg, reach back, reverse triangle. Exhale, allow the pelvis to tilt. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen before bringing the left hand down. So navel to spine. Lengthen hips to ribs on both side bodies. And really strongly reach your top fingertips up toward the sky. Maybe you turn that top palm backwards, bend the elbow, reach your hand behind you for the half bind. Tuck your right fingertips into your left hip crease. Stay one more breath. Release the arm back overhead. Lift up. And then pivot down to your low lunge. Lift the back heel, hands bring the front foot. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, reach back. Downward dog. So we're going to do that flow one more time. This time we'll add our peak posture. You might get your block handy. Take a full breath in and down dog. And a big breath out. Let's move any stagnant energy out of the body. Bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. One breath, one movement. Inhale, chair. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Twist even deeper as you exhale. Hover the left toes. Step back to your lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale, pass through high lunge. Pivot your left heel down. Sink hips over the left heel, Skandasana. Exhale, warrior two. Feel the whole body. Inhale, hands to heart, Skandasana. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. Take a big side bend to the back of your mat. Exhale, lengthen. Lengthen, lengthen, triangle pose. So you can stay right here. We'll start to build up toward our peak posture and put all the pieces together that we've been preparing for class. So shift your gaze down to the bottom foot. Bend your front knee. Place your hand on a block or the mat just in front of the right toes. And slowly bring the weight forward into the front foot. Pick your back toes off the floor. Try to straighten the standing leg. Open your left hip on top of the right. Extend fingertip to fingertip to broaden your wingspan. Make sure you're still breathing. Just like we started, flex the lifted toes and extend through the sole of the foot. We were here before, only on the knee. It should feel familiar. You can stay here or bend the top knee back behind you toward the glute. Reach your hand to capture the outer ankle. Press hips forward. Good, as you kick your foot into your hand. Really ground down through the big toe mound of the standing foot. If you're feeling wobbly, no matter what, make sure you're breathing. Good, slowly extend to your half moon. Bend the front knee, land the back toes down softly, warrior two. And then cartwheel down to your low lunge. Step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Full breath in, stay with your breath. Nourish yourself. We'll take it to the other side. Bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair. Exhale, sit even lower. Find your courage. Inhale, hands to heart, lengthen, draw navel to spine. Exhale, ring it out, open to the left. One inhale, twist deeper, exhale. Hover the right toe, step back to your lunge. Inhale, lengthen, energize the back leg. Exhale, deepen the twist. Pass through high lunge on an inhale. Pivot to Skandasana, bend over the right heel. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sink down. Warrior two. And from here, take reverse triangle. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, shift arms parallel to the floor. Lengthen until that bottom hand reaches down to shin, ankle, or floor. Good, grab your block, look down at your front foot. Bend into the front knee until you can bring your hand down to the floor. Get light through the back foot. Pick it up, stack right hip on top of left. Flex the lifted toes. Lift out at the hips here. Energetically feel yourself reaching upward to get more buoyant. Ooh. It's fine if you wobble. Embrace challenge. Can you soften into trust that you're always strong enough to handle what's given to you in each moment? If you want, bring that top heel in toward your glute. Reach with the hands to capture the outer ankle. Press hips forward as you reach your tailbone toward the back of your mat and kick your foot into your hand. Ardha Chandra Trikonasana or Sugarcane pose. Stay for a couple breaths. This is just one option. You're welcome to stay here in half moon as well. You can always pick the bottom hand off the floor for more challenge. And then softly bend the front knee, land the back foot down, cartwheel down into your lunge. Inhale to play. Exhale, soften your knees down to the outer edges of your mat and bring your hips down for child's pose. Surrender your full weight down to the mat. Again, find that pause. Just take a deep breath and become incredibly observant without any judgment. Notice just how much you can feel. Feel your heart rate slow down as you deepen each breath. Relax all the muscles of your body. Become as open and perceptive as you can. Up to a seat. You can grab a sip of water if you need. If you're feeling vibrant. Our physical body is really just a vessel to channel our breath and our energy. So taking each breath with reverence, feel like nourishing yourself. Just a last little bit of effort here. We'll take a few core exercises with variations of plank. So you can stay on hands and knees. That's great. Spread your fingers nice and wide. You can protect the wrists by really grounding down your base knuckles where your fingers meet your palm. So you want shoulders, hips, and knees all in one line, or you can curl the back toes under and lift the knees off the floor. Either way, we're pushing the hands down, grounding them into the earth, and lifting the back of the heart space. So first, just make sure you can breathe nice and deep here. Pull your navel to your spine. Reach your tailbone down toward your heels, so we don't want butt up in the air. And you can stay right here, or you can try to lift the right toes off the floor. You can stay right here, or for even more challenge, lengthen your left arm in front of you. Laser-like focus here. Come down to your plank. Take a full breath in, and a big breath out. Lift your left toes. Come down to your plank. One inhale, and shift back to your child's pose. Immediately release, return to relaxation. One more breath. Pull belly to spine, and then slowly walk your hand forward as far as you can until your arms from your ears, and then walk your hands back underneath you. So simulating a hollow back, but rather than being on the back, we've got belly facing down. So walk the arms, think of like an ab roller. Good, we want to bring the arms far enough forward where they line with the ears, and then walk the hands back. Let's just do one more. Keep the navel hugging in toward the spine the whole time. Good, walk forward. Just do the best you can. See if you can get lower. And then walk the hands back. Woo, lower down onto the belly. Turn one cheek to the mat. Rest your arms along your side. Slow your breath down. Let your breath fill your back body, as well as noticing the receptivity of your belly as it rises against the floor. And your hands underneath your shoulders, and press yourself up from a downward facing dog, and we'll cool it down from here. Inhale your right toes high, and we'll take pigeon pose next. Bring your right knee back. If there's any pain in your knee, hold off just a moment, and I'll show you an alternative. Soften down to sleeping pigeon. Rest your torso down toward the mat. Rest your head on your folded hands. If you've got knee injuries, we can take the same stretch in a different relationship to gravity. Come onto your back, and then cross right ankle over left knee. You can recline down, or perhaps interlace your fingers behind the left thigh here. Stay for a couple breaths. Draw your senses inward into your body. Allow your inhales to create space, and your exhales to help you dissolve. Shoulders, begin to press yourself up off the mat. Curl the back toes under. Have a three-legged dog. And then step down to downward facing dog, other side. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, pigeon pose. Bring your left shin forward. Wiggle the right toes back. Slowly walk your hands forward. Lower the torso down to the back. Settle into the relaxation portion of our practice where everything slows down. Our hips can hold quite a lot of sensation and emotion, so just notice what arises again. Stay open, stay curious, and observant. Stay longer if you need, otherwise press onto your palms, curl the toes under, reach up and back, three-legged dog, and then come down to downward facing down. And down onto your knees. Swing your hips to the side and your legs around to the front of your mat. Lower down onto your back. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. And lower the hips back down if they lifted. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Lift your hips up toward the sky. Bring your hands to support your low back for shoulder stand. Hug the inner thighs together. Actively reach toes up toward the ceiling. Try to straighten out the line from your chest to your navel to your toes. Just notice what you feel. Slowly lower your feet down to the floor behind you for plow. If there's any pressure or pain in your neck, then slowly come out of this. Your weight should all be in the shoulders here. And then lower your knees down outside your ears. Part of Vinyasa, ear pressure pose. And then slowly using your hands to guide you. Lower down and control onto your back. Pull the knees wide. Outside the armpits. And grab the soles of your feet for happy baby. Straighten your legs here. Allow this to be playful. Just take what your body needs. Bring your knees in toward your chest. Open your arms out to the side. And let your knees fall to the right in supine twist. Rest in that vast, empty space of infinite possibility when the mind is completely quiet. Just waiting for thoughts, emotions, or sensations to appear within the blank canvas of your awareness. And now lift your knees back up to center. Exhale. Take your twist over to the left. Right shoulder relaxes down to the mat. You can always place your block or prop between your thighs to support the lower back here. Inhale your knees back up to center. Give yourself a big hug, wrap arms around shins. And then extend your legs long, take up the full space of the mat. And come to our final resting pose, Shavasana. Allow yourself to get really comfortable, close your eyes, and then release all efforts. And take just a few moments of deep relaxation. With nothing to do and nowhere to be. Just rest as you are. Follow the movement of your breath in and out as it travels through your body. Feel spaciousness within your body and all around you. Notice the quality of space. the space above you. And the space below you, down into the earth. Notice the space around you in all directions. Yogic scriptures tell us that only when the mind is quiet will we really know who we are. What is happening beneath all the incessant chatter? Endless stories we tell ourselves. Like the ripples of a lake come to stillness, then we can see a clearer reflection. So in times of chaos, you have the patience and the discipline to just sit until the dust settles. And come to that quiet, infinite place within. You can stay and enjoy Shavasana as long as you would like. When you feel ready, you can slowly start to deepen your breath. Start to welcome movement back into your body. Eventually bring your arms up overhead, full body stretch as if you're just waking up. And roll over onto one side. Gently press yourself up to a tall seat. Keep your eyes closed. And perhaps you take a moment to set an intention, a sankalpa, for the rest of your day. Choose to remain open. Stay open. Keep flowing. So just bring awareness to any signs from your body or when you're starting to shut down. Just see if you can notice. And train yourself to take that pause, that deep breath, before reacting. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Bow your head into your hands. Thank yourself for this practice, your presence. And we bow to that inherent light, wisdom, and beauty, the divinity in each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Thank you all so much. I am incredibly grateful to continue to serve you and for your support and your connection and community during this time. So I hope you're well. If you have any requests, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a fantastic week. Namaste.